Now the video may start. Mark Consuelos and Kelly Ripa are a remarkable duo on TV. Most adored pairs for many years, enthralling viewers with their on-screen chemistry and their romance in real life. This week, the pair enthusiastically appeared on Jimmy Kimmel Live to promote their Live After the Oscars special, which will air after Hollywood's biggest night. Although discussing the highly anticipated post-Oscar celebration was their main objective, they also gave fans some amusing and intimate insights about their marriage, family life, and the changes they've had to make since being empty nesters. Ripa and Consuelos have been married since 1996, when they eloped to Las Vegas after meeting on the set of All My Children. They have maintained a solid marriage despite juggling their demanding careers, caring for their 3 kids, and most recently, co-hosting Live with Kelly and Mark. Born in 1997, Michael graduated from college in 2020 and is now working with the Real Housewives production team. Born in 2001, Lola has followed a career in music and is currently located in London. Joaquin, a senior on the University of Michigan wrestling team, has all 3 of his kids living on their own now. In 2003, he was born. Now that Ripa and Consuelos have moved in, their dream house in New York City is notably quieter. However, the couple has embraced this new chapter with a combination of humor and an unexpected new habit, rather than coping with the typical problems that parents have when their children move out. Mark has no qualms with telling Jimmy Kimmel about it. Consuelos revealed a humorous habit he's had since their children moved out when speaking with Kimmel. Recently, he has grown to prefer using their restrooms over the one that Ripa and I share. The audience laughed as Mark shared a funny story about how he allows Kelly use the children's restrooms anytime he needs to use the restroom. Ripa rolled her eyes and laughed as she said she wasn't sure she wanted the information to be shared on national television, while Kimmel and the audience laughed at the discovery. It may seem like a strange habit, but Mark had a simple explanation for his choice. He joked, "I should finally get to use those bathrooms since I paid for them." He continued by saying that he could now try out the several bathroom configurations they had now that the children were gone. His admission initially made Ripa feel ashamed, but she subsequently admitted that she genuinely likes using the big bathroom by herself. This is one of the unanticipated benefits of having an empty nest, despite the peculiar habits that accompany it. The co-hosts talked candidly about their shared bathroom and their newly discovered ability to manage their personal and professional lives. After Ryan Seacrest resigned in 2023, Mark formally joined Ripa as co-host on Live. As they approached their 2-year anniversary, they talked about how their relationship has changed since they first began collaborating as co-hosts. One of the most amusing aspects of their conversation was when they discussed how Mark sometimes becomes distracted when Kelly is speaking to him. He acknowledged that this happens often on the show. "I'll suddenly start making supper plans while I'm sitting here." Mark acknowledged it with a giggle. "Oh, I know," Kelly remarked, nodding her head in agreement. "He hardly understands half of what I say." However, in spite of their lighthearted repartee and sporadic amnesia during the show, the two stressed how crucial it is to keep their personal and work lives apart. Mark claims that they don't bring the program home. That is, they return to their customary roles as wives rather than co-hosts once the cameras stop rolling. "We frequently forget who we interviewed in the first place when we go home." Mark joked that because they are able to keep their personal and professional lives apart, they are able to keep things engaging and enjoyable. Ripa and Consuelos were there to promote Live After the Oscars, but they also talked about their life for the majority of their Jimmy Kimmel Live engagement. They'll broadcast this special morning show just after the Academy Awards. Viewers enjoy this post-Oscars tradition because it includes celebrity interviews, behind-the-scenes looks from the red carpet, and discussions of the night's big victors and shocks. The program's audience can anticipate numerous amusing moments because of their charm and wit, which make them ideal for any conversation. Additionally, if their live interview with Jimmy Kimmel is any guide, some unexpected recollections might be included just for kicks. Many others expressed their joy at the couple's candor on social media after the interview. Mark's bathroom habits and their playful banter struck many as incredibly familiar. One fan writes, "Mark and Kelly are relationship goals." On Twitter, "After 25 years of marriage, who among us would wish to be as laid back and humorous? I really think Mark Consuelos should host a master class on how to stay out of arguments by just ignoring other people when they're talking," a different person said. Whether discussing their favorite red carpet ensembles or the ins and outs of their marriage, Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos never fail to make viewers laugh. Is it worth watching Jimmy Kimmel Live to see Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos? Considering Mark's amusing toilet revelation, how do you feel about it? Post your ideas in the designated space. See more of their endearing and humorous antics live after the Oscars. They were willing to provide Jimmy Kimmel candid, humorous information, such as Mark's recent bathroom choices. Their attraction stems from their live performances. Although it was now humorous, they freely admitted that living in an empty nest was a difficult adjustment. When their youngest, left for college, Ripa and Consuelos faced a quiet home for the first time in nearly 2 decades. According to Ripa, the first stage is a period of despair. It was profound, Consuelos admitted in an interview with People. It seemed like a failure. As Ripa memorably recalled, their first supper together was a sad and humorous occasion. The recipe called for 12 meals, so it was just the two of us for our first supper, and I'm not kidding. We were utterly content as we sat there with this absurd amount of food. However, they quickly discovered their newfound freedoms by shifting their attention to the positive. They enjoy impromptu excursions, rock climbing, and simply lounging to watch the sunset because they are no longer bound by a strict family schedule. They handle every area of their house with the same degree of openness. A $27 million property in New York City with an all-black bathroom and matching toilet paper was revealed as yet another odd bathroom feature during a recent tour. Mark acknowledged that a particular design decision makes him feel abnormal. Even if Kelly loves it just for the way it looks, this lighthearted, sometimes contradictory conversation is the dynamic that propels Live with Kelly and Mark. The Kimmel interview, when Mark admitted to nodding off, occurs regularly on their own program. They have adopted the unedited and occasionally taboo approach. A long-lasting marriage is a veritable goldmine for ratings. One amusing instance that has gone viral is their most recent on-air dispute on airport divorce. The custom of couples splitting up at security checkpoints and meeting up again at the other end. Consuelos, who typically arrives 4 hours prior to her trip, was given the idea by Ripa, who prefers to get at the airport as early as possible. It summarized their ability to generate relatable content from their personal lives, which will be displayed in their live following the Oscars special. The resulting humorous argument regarding travel philosophies had viewers laughing aloud in recognition. That special has become a Hollywood mainstay due to its unbridled excitement and genuine enjoyment. The show's trademark element is its opening, a pre-recorded segment in which Kelly and Mark make fun of the year's top movies. It was aired live from the Dolby Theater soon after the event. This was evident in their earlier attempts at spoofs, such as the Dirty Dancing lift, which featured Ripa repeatedly playing Barbie and a pile of mattresses being moved out of frame. One of their most notable gags was a sinister parody in which Ripa was transformed into Ariana Grande's character Kalinda. Because of how lifelike her makeup and attire were, Ripa tricked her own family, including Mark and their daughter Lola, into believing they were on a fascinating conversation with the pop singer. However, the wings are where the magic occurs. In an unexpected and heartbreaking development, Kelly Ripa's adored husband Mark Consuelos made a surprising revelation that has left admirers in complete astonishment. The typically close-knit pair, who have spent years sharing intimate details of their lives with their devoted fans, are suddenly dealing with an unthinkable problem that nobody could have predicted. During a recent public engagement, Mark broke some heartbreaking news that left Kelly's supporters inconsolable. It is obvious that this is a circumstance that might completely alter the Ripa family's life, even though the specifics are still being worked out. On Live with Kelly and Mark, Kelly Ripa has always been the epitome of strength and positivity. However, she is currently dealing with a personal situation that she has not yet fully discussed in public. Fans are finding it difficult to understand what this might signify for Kelly's future on the program and her personal life, since they have always loved the couple's sincere chemistry. Fans are expressing their love and support for the family in the wake of Mark's revelation, which depicts a picture of uncertainty and emotional difficulty. Over the years, the couple has developed an amazing bond on both a personal and professional level, and their admirers hope that this setback will only strengthen their friendship. The future is still unknown, though, and supporters are eagerly anticipating further information. As we continue to follow this tragic story, stay tuned for more details. In the meantime, let's offer Kelly, Mark, and their family our prayers and condolences during this extremely trying time. We are all reminded by this startling discovery that even the most brilliant people can have bad days.